Um, I don't have a sponsor or any advertising, which is great. I don't really like ads. And then I don't want to take any money for what I'm doing. I just want to watch Western civilization collapse into a smoking ruin just for fun. I mean, I don't want to get paid for that. That would make it look bad. But it looks like somebody thought it would be a good idea to make false claims about me again and then charge me with something. I spent a day in jail over the weekend, 24 hours in jail. It wasn't Christmas, so I guess somebody just couldn't wait. But thankfully, I'm not mad about it. I mean, if I didn't have anything else to do anyway, but if I had been mad, I don't know where the hell I would be. I mean, I think it's kind of funny that this happens, but see, I completely understand, and then I'm not mad at the people in the jail. They love seeing me again. When I got booked again, the whole gang was there. The guys who knew about Christmas, and they were, like myself, understandably upset that they were used as pawns by somebody who was accustomed to pushing around the police and getting them to do their dirty work. It turns out police don't like it when they're used as flunkies without knowing that they're being manipulated. And then they were tricked into arresting me, and that was supposed to be somebody's brilliant idea. It was a bad idea. I just wanted to leave, but they needed me to be taking the fall for something, and then that didn't work at all. And I don't give a fuck what happened to those people. They are long gone, but apparently they're upset about something. I don't care what. They can go off into the wilderness and play with their toys, and then when they're done being malignant, reprobate scum, parasites of the surface of society, then they can come back and they can apologize to whoever is left. I probably won't care. I don't need an apology. I mean, I don't feel like anything bad has happened to me. People have tried to destroy my life, and they have failed miserably, and now I realize that I'm pretty cool. There's really no way you can buy that kind of feeling. Like, you have to earn self-respect. You can't just give yourself respect. You know you're lying if you don't believe it. But now I have self-esteem falling out of my pockets, not out of my ass. All the self-esteem in my ass is well earned. And the people who used to concern me with their false lies, I don't care anymore. I just think they're kind of smiling, kind of petty. I'm also not going to help them get out of the jam they're in. I'd rather help a stranger's dog on the East Coast. That's how little I want to see these people again. So I'm probably not going to get tricked into accidentally making a contact violation. I don't know who's paying money to try and trick me into that. But number one, I'm pretty smart. I don't get tricked very easily. Number two, even if I went to jail for a year, that wouldn't solve anybody's problems. The whole world knows that I don't give a fuck about that woman until she does whatever she's got to do. I'm not pining for her. I'm not desperately missing her. I'm not suicidal. I'm not despondent. And I'm not alone because I can't find another girl. I'm alone because I don't want a relationship at all. I just want to see these fucking people burn. And I don't want to lift a finger to do it. It'd be cool if they would come over and mow my lawn and then burst into flames after they're done with the grass clippings. If they could take the grass clippings with them and burst into flames, that'd be cool. I want to see cowardly, rapist, thieving thugs burst into flames when they're exposed to the light of dawn. But that doesn't happen, apparently. Instead, they hide behind lawyers and they get away with murder and they think they're going to do it forever. Well, not this time. I don't really know exactly what's happening, but I do know not one person on the ground is going to buy any of the story. My name is not Joe. I haven't had any women at my house that I've been creepy or perverted with. And somebody who was convinced that I was Joe, clearly it was mistaken or hypnotized or on drugs or just plain stupid. I don't know, but she was pissed. And so the best she could do was tell a bunch of lies, and then they had to arrest me for indecent exposure. Because I'm a hardened criminal. Indecent exposure. That's how Pee Wee Herman got started, right? Or finished, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's not going to happen to me. It was best that I go to jail, because otherwise the woman who is terrified, she might actually follow through on her threats and then come over and shoot at me. I don't really want to find out if I'm bulletproof or not. But it was simplest for me to just be put away briefly. Happy to do it too, because apparently this guy named Joe, apparently he's a real fucker. She was real upset about something. And since I had nothing to do with it, when she comes down from her fucking pink cloud of fucking being stupid, she can probably be thankful that I'm not going to hold it against her. That, I don't know what the hell she thought, but man, I am not her enemy. Not even now. I have some experience with how these playbook mind control operations work. And when I see them going south, instead of getting frustrated and angry, I just kind of giggle. Because they're desperate. If all they can do is think of more of the same stuff done to me to distract me while they pick another target to do everything against me on. Like all the stuff that they did to me for the last 11 years, apparently they're doing it to somebody else. And they're amazed that it's just not working out. Like, they don't get it. Is she a paladin too? Well, no, it's just that their grip of power on the axis of the world has been shattered because people aren't afraid of them anymore in the same way they were. Before, people thought, oh, God, nobody can stand against these people. They own the phones, they own the money, they own the cops, they own the government, they own the churches, they own everything. How can anybody do anything to stop them? Well, I'm not going to lie. I had help from God and Jesus, and I'm not an evil sorcerer at all. I didn't even want to be a sorcerer. But God and Jesus asked me for help, and I was more than happy to help out. I didn't know what good it would be to have a really stubborn guy being in a position of unique leverage for the axis of the world. See, the bad people want to enslave all of humanity and control them, and then I don't want that at all. I used to want a hug. I don't actually know what I want anymore. I certainly don't want more viewers. I don't need anybody to watch this while I'm live. People should be watching the 2 to 5 other people who have been trying to impersonate me for years. Maybe they should just start making reports against them, true or otherwise. Because honestly, making complaints about me is just not going to work out. And boy, are the cops down here grateful that I'm not trying to sue them or that I'm not carrying a grudge. I don't carry a grudge at all. Those people were misled. Somebody told somebody that it was a good idea to arrest Michael Kuzi. No. On Christmas, they were thinking that was going to be a fun fucking time. Giggling, oh, ha, 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 that'll be so great. They conspired openly in public for months, thinking they were going to get away with it. No, they didn't get away with shit. And they have taken a kindly, gentle soul, such as myself, and turned me into a man who, I'm kind of thinking I can understand why people become sadists. I'm not a sadist. I don't even really enjoy Schadenfreude that much. Yeah. And I take no pleasure in what's been happening to the people who used to be my family. For one thing, I don't give a fuck. I'm sure they'll be fine. For another, it's not my business. For another, I guess we weren't really married. So maybe some of the other 7,000 secret husbands that some fraudulent guy tried to make paper on, like they tried to marry me off and then they thought they'd get away with that too. They got like a whole bunch of people collecting Social Security benefits claiming that I'm their dad. Like, no. And then I guess they thought they were going to rob from me. That's not how the government works. Like, their Social Security balance just gets credited when they eventually find out the fraud. And then everybody knows I'm not defrauding anybody. I didn't take one dime for Social Security. I qualified to, and then I declined to take the money because I didn't want the money. I just wanted a piece of paper so that I could show it to my mother's sister and laugh at her. And I got that. But she was convinced, oh, no, it had to be because I needed the money. I wanted to cheat the system. I wanted to get out of having to do work. I do plenty of work. I just don't do it for thugs. And usually thugs don't have this kind of a labor shortage. Usually a thug will go, do it. And then people are like, oh, you serious, man? I don't know when exactly it happened, but apparently I became immune to that kind of posturing. I mean, sure, shove me around. I got shoved by a woman who was full on triggered because she was convinced that was a guy named Joe. She came barreling out. She was so mad at me. And I don't know. Fuck, I've never seen her before in my life. But whoever fucked that girl up, they should fucking go find him. Because I'm not mad at her. I mean, I'm under other circumstances, I probably would have been friends with her. But I can't be friends with her now. Now I've got a third no contact because they don't want me to, mess with their investigation. Whatever that might be. Okay. So the next time I go to court, which is in a month and a half or so, now I've got an extra thing. Instead of just 3 things, there's a 4th thing. Whoops. Boy, when the judge saw me being arraigned the next day on Monday, because the nice thing about getting arrested on a Sunday morning, after I wake up and I have this compulsion from God to go walk up the mountain, where I don't usually do that, I thought it was going to be a nice day, and then it turned out to be prelude to being incarcerated. So I spent my Sunday in jail. Nobody noticed. And fortunately, I got money now. And the cops in this town know how to deal with me. They go, oh, it's that kid. He's the bait. Like they weren't sure at first. They had heard a lot of stories about me. And then that woman and this guy, they thought that they were going to pass me off as some kind of corrupt person, and they were just going to take my place, as if my name and my wallet were the only thing that matters. But it turns out it's actually my actual identity. The spirits here are fond of me. Apparently, I'm the only one who's been nice to them and then not broken their agreements. And then who has broken their agreement is that woman who got evicted from here and then didn't come back to save the plants, so the frogs had to do her job. And then I would have loved to have called her, but I couldn't get her number. And then I did try to talk to her mother, and her mother said, "I don't know how good it'll do to talk to you." Right? I mean, she just couldn't bring herself to be nice to me. I can't say that I blame her, since I inadvertently, single-handedly destroyed her entire malicious scheme with just the barest flick of my wrist. I didn't even know there was a scheme there until I demolished it, which is why you don't want to stand in front of a charging bull. And I was assured that this woman was scary. Well, she doesn't scare me. Like, whatever. And then the person I saw the other day, who explained to me gently, yeah, I did have to go to jail. I mean, I didn't want to go to jail, but while I was in jail, they could go run around and find this guy named Joe, who apparently has been looking to convince people that he's me, that his name is Kuzi, that he can use my bank account, that he can convince people that I used to know that he looks like me, that he can act like me, that they can just put me in a cement body bag and then just carry on, and then change the name of Kuzi, the reputation from my dad, star athlete, to Michael Kuzi, his son, turned out to be a worthless reprobate loser. I'm not worthless. I don't know what I'm worth, but it's not in terms of value. I am a gift beyond price to anybody that I care to pay attention to. And I cannot pay attention to Grapefruit, which is good, because I would love to fucking castigate her up one side and down the other, but that wouldn't be fair, considering I guess she's a victim too. But I don't know. I don't know how many of the 17 women actually are Grapefruit. I do know that there were 4 women there that night, and then one of them was a hostage. I don't know. I haven't seen my friends again. And then that woman who called the police, she can kiss my ass and get on the witness stand and put her hand on a stack of Bibles, say the oath if she can keep from spontaneously combusting enough, and then tell her little lies to an actual court, instead of just interminably making me wait. Like, it's been 2 years. How long does it take to frame a man? Apparently a long time when he's not guilty at all. Oh, and by the way, I knew I was going to be bait, so that's why I walked into the trap with wide open arms. We're all up to speed now. I don't need a voice print. I don't need a conversation. I don't need to have sex. I don't need to have a relationship. I don't need anything other than to watch these people twitch and wriggle and writhe as they scream in existential torment as their world collapses around their ears, because their little machinations don't work anymore. Nobody's afraid of them the way they used to be, because they've all heard about how I was supposed to be miserable. Well, he got my girl, took her away. I've been alone. Nobody's coming by. So I should be unhappy, right? And then he should be having fun getting to take advantage of her all the time. Well, I guess it's not as much fun anymore, because, well, he no longer commands respect through fear. I don't think he commands respect at all. What does he command? I don't know. I don't care. And that was somebody that she was afraid of and told me that I couldn't do anything about. And I said, oh, no, I'll take care of him. It's taken a little while, and I don't know his actual name, but that guy's name is Mud. I guess he promised people that I would be easy to take care of. Fuck, I'm not easy to take care of when I'm not infuriated with rage. And I'm not even infuriated with rage. I'm just kind of like mildly peeved. So yeah, they might have wanted to not left me alone on my birthday twice. And then what happened to those birds? Did those birds really die? What happened to the cat? I don't know. I'm just kind of mildly curious. I don't really care, right? Whatever the fuck happened, it wasn't painful enough for people who thought they were going to steal from my mother and take my mother's inheritance and take it for themselves, and then leave me homeless, destitute, crying under a bridge. I'm not crying. I'm still stuck in this house alone. I didn't want to be here 2 years, but I can see why God put me here. For one thing, I'm incorruptible. Unless you get Kathy Ireland with a tub of butterscotch pudding to jump in there with me. I might betray my principles for Kathy Ireland, but probably not. It depends. I mean, isn't she old? Well, what if they turned Kathy Ireland back to the age of 19 and made her fall desperately in love with me? With time travel and those mind control drugs, I guess that was an option at one point. Not anymore. I don't know who's in command of time travel drugs and shit, but when they found out that rather than hurt me, they just amused me, and they completely busted their entire secret program wide open, and they can't stop me at all other than to run out of emotional hostages to use against me. I don't know what kind of leverage they might work on in me anymore, but they never tried being polite or asking nicely. They did try isolating me from society and hooking me up with a whore infected with AIDS, and then expected me to just fall all over myself with the chance to have sex. Because all these people are sex addicts. I'm not. I'm not addicted to. I don't think I'm addicted to anything. But if I were, I would find it way more addicting to torture guys who used to joke about my dead cat and my taking advantage of girlfriend. I don't really want to torture anybody. Well, I don't know. After I've been deemed incompetent, it's hard to say what I want. And then does it really matter? Um, it doesn't matter what I want. What matters is what God wants. And what God wants is for people to fucking suffer, I guess, because these fucking idiots. I can't believe they've done this to themselves. Thank God I don't have my tendrils in the criminal empire. I'm so happy that I'm neutral because I don't give a fuck who gets set on fire. Whoever it is, as long as they're not anywhere near me, I don't have to deal with their shit. And then everyone knows that guy who was scary took him out like he was nothing. And all I had to do was be asked. So, of course, the thing to do with a man like that is for 4 years, just lie to him and keep him in the dark and not let anybody see the truth. Oh, I know way more than I should know about all this. Well, I guess somebody should have read me in or something, because I mean, I wasn't curious. I'm not curious now, but being left alone with nothing to do but think about how an entire gang could be so impossibly stupid to pick the wrong lonely Hungarian man to fuck with. I don't know who. Did somebody set them up? Did somebody pay them? Did they think I would destroy them? Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to destroy them. I want to educate them and teach them the Hungarian way. Public humiliation and shaming creates a very teachable environment. At one point, I might have been able to think about what might be teaching, but now I've been driven, mad with loneliness. I'm helping random strangers on the opposite coast with their dogs, and I don't give a fuck about Grapefruit's cat or her birds. I mean, I'm curious, but she could be dead for all I care. Don't care. I might care later, but I kind of burned out my caring circuit on that. I mean, she could write a letter. I mean, there's nothing stopping her, except for the way she has a handler, and the handler wants me to be destroyed, and she has to do what the handler says. And then, gosh, I wish I had known that she'd had a handler for the first 2 or 3 years of her relationship. It might have made the pillow talk a lot sweeter. But I guess she was embarrassed by it or shy or something. Anyway, she never revealed to me that she had these thuggy handler dudes who bossed around her life. I don't know what she has now, but those people are now, frankly, embarrassed. I mean, I'm not supposed to know these things. And then, more importantly, I'm supposed to be too afraid to open my mouth and talk about it. I'm not afraid of shit. Jesus. I don't know what it's going to take to make me afraid again, but it won't be torturing my pets or taking my girlfriends away or isolating me from society. They did all that. I don't get to have context anymore. My phones, they don't work. People who try to call me, the phones get intercepted, and then I get a dial tone. Somebody else intercepts my calls. Somebody stole Jack at tryoptimum.com, and they claimed it was because it was theirs. They claimed it was their brand thing. I guess technically it was. But rather than say to me, "Hey Jack, we got a problem. Can we count on your discretion?" Instead, they chose to lie openly in public and act as though lying to me was a good idea. I guess it was, but the thing is that it's kind of hard to impersonate me. And then I don't know who the hell is trying to get a hold of those people, but anybody foolish enough to fall for the guy who took my account, apparently he's a real bad person. If they like him better than the real me, it might be because they never actually met the real me. And then I don't know who the real me is anymore. I've been left alone for so fucking long, I don't even care. So technically, I'm definitely not competent to stand trial. I don't even care if I'm guilty or innocent. One prison's as good as another. I've been stuck alone in this haunted church for so long that I no longer crave human companionship. So maybe somebody took this a little too far. And then this was the case before Sunday when I was arrested for indecent exposure. It's okay. I mean, it's a noble charge. Oh, stupid. Somebody's calling me stupid. Oh, here's a whole bunch of spam. So anyway, I'm supposed to be quiet and keeping my mouth shut. Stupid. The link. Drop the link, Jackster. Oh, no problem. Since you asked so nicely. Now, I'm happy to talk to people and be calm because I'm calm. I mean, I'm not mad about any of this. I'm also not intimidated, whereas I used to be somewhat intimidated. Now I don't care. Hello, come on in. Now, I don't carry grudges at all. So when I make fun of people now, it's not because I'm secretly hating them. It's because I think it's cute. Maybe they should have just given me a job instead of trying to fucking steal my house. Maybe instead of telling me to go out and get a job, maybe they should have helped provide one. Because it's not like they wanted me to improve my work ethic or earn some money. No, they just wanted me out of the house so they could come in and plant whatever kind of evidence they had. They haven't had access to the house. I've sat here. Apparently that's gummed up the works for some people. Apparently I'm in the way. Well, that's just too fucking bad, isn't it? Hello, person. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Jackstar.
I can't hear you. Is that because you're a demon, or is it because...
Hello.
Oh, yeah, it's because the Overwatch gang, they get to find out what this person has to say before I'm allowed to interact with them. Because they don't know what I might say, and then they have no leverage or control on me. I might just say the wrong thing and just blow up the fragile peace that exists in the world right now. Because most people in the news... Hey. Oh, Swishy, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi, you sound different.
Yeah, I've been sick.
I haven't been sick.
Did you go to jail?
I did, yeah. Yeah, they had no choice.
Holy shit, what for?
Indecent exposure. She told them that I flipped up my kilt and I exposed my genitals to her.
Who said
She told
that?
a woman I'd never seen before who was convinced that I was somebody who was a creepy pervert and she needed to shove me and punch me and squirt me with a water gun filled with capsaicin and scream at me rather than saying, "Oh, excuse me, I don't believe we've been properly introduced." She thought that she needed to scream and yell at me. She was full on triggered and I have no idea why. None.
When did this occur?
Sunday.
Did she grab your wiener?
No. She really wanted to kill me. Whoever this Joe guy must have done a real number on her. I never heard about any of this. As you know, I've been held incommunicado. Hello, Ashley. You're not my. Are you there? Hello. Hi. You're not my firstborn child, are you? Usually they cinder when they come out the wrong way. Turns out, as a male, giving birth is kind of.
It's you.
Ashley, hello. I see you're using my content as your avatar. That's pretty cool. Oh, are you two talking? Anyway, I don't have to talk out my ass, and then I don't need viewership. But I would love to talk about how calm I am. I'm not mad about going to jail at all. It was great to see the gang. They all figured out the deal. I'm accused of a lot of things that I never did. Woe betide unto anyone who thinks they can use me as their scapegoat. People aren't going to fucking fall for it ever again. I don't know what people were told about me before, but now the word on the street is, wow, this guy's pretty scary. Why were we fucking with him? I don't fucking know, but they don't do the same way anymore. No siree.
Why did the lady attack you?
Can you be here? Yeah, look, they're quiet.
Near?
I can't hear. I see your yeah. Somebody is preventing your voices from being heard by me. That somebody is whoever's in control of the internet buttons where they can push buttons and isolate people. They're terrified. They're afraid that I'm going to get mad at them, or they're afraid that people are going to know. Oh my God, the government censors speech. Yeah, we all know that. They know that since the Weathermen in the 70s. They just thought they'd just keep on doing it.
Dear God.
And then if all else fails, they could just blame me. So when I can hear you again, let me tell you what happened after I got out of jail. Here's a hint.
What was it like in the jail, Jackstar? What was it like when you were in jail? Did they give you food?
I would feel excluded if I was the person I was before, but now I feel protected. There's some things I'd rather not know. Like what the world would be like if that woman hadn't said, "I don't know what good I'm going to do." I mean, I had my heart in my throat and I was ashamed of how upset I was. But as soon as I heard that woman try to act like there was no reason to be civil to me after everything I had done, like, why was she mad at me? Oh, yeah, because she wanted me dead. Well, nope.
Jackstar.
Don't feel like dying.
Jackstar.
Don't need to marry her family. Don't give a shit. And then I can be civil. And then that was really the moment when my mind was, if ever I was going to be incompetent, that was the moment. Oh, what did I do to them?
Jackstar.
Oh, yeah, I didn't fall for their stupid bullshit tricks. Damn. What a bastard I am. Apparently, I'm the first one ever doing that. And then, no, I don't want to breed their children or take their land or conquer their people. I just wanted to be treated with respect and dignity. Apparently, that doesn't work. One person is married, and the other one is, I don't know what, but... They can crucify if they want. I don't care. I mean, I'm just not involved anymore.
When did they let you out of jail? This morning?
I'm kind of disturbed. Has somebody not figured out that I'm expecting them to turn the sound on? I'd like to hear these people. I'm tired of being isolated from society. And then it didn't work, so whoever's continuing to order that I be isolated, why does that person still have a job? Does he have a company car? Does he have 17 automated traffic tickets?
What's new,
I opened one of them. I found out somebody stole my license plate and was driving around with my old plates from my old car, thinking they're going to get away with it. I guess these license plates used to have some sort of magic potency. I canceled that. As Black Pope, I have certain powers and privileges, and I couldn't believe people stole my license plates. Like, do I just look like a fucking storehouse locker? Are we playing System Shock 2 and I'm a dead body where they can just like rifle through my pockets and look at my fucking diary? Well, some people thought I just didn't count. Some people thought that my rights didn't count and their rights were super important. And then as a result, apparently the divine has taken away their rights, I guess, or something. I don't know. No, I can't hear you. I guess this is unprecedented in the annals of bully thuggery. I guess I'm the first person to stand up to him. Great. So one of them is telling me the other one is evil. Okay. You guys can be as evil as you want. To me, you're both toddlers. Okay? I'm not part of your clandestine organization. I've never been a spook. I've never worked for the government. I'm just an honest citizen who doesn't have any guns. And, just relax. Oh, there he's gone. Swishy, can you speak yet again?
Can you hear me, Jackstar?
I still can't hear Swishy. Now, it seems strange that people would still be messing with my communications. Like, what am I, some sort of, am I a dangerous dictator? No, I'm just one lonely man. Hungarian, but still, one guy who has the favor of God and Jesus. So obviously I'm not an evil sort.
You hear me?
Oh, hello. Hi, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh my God. It was awful.
Isn't it great? Well, it's wonderful that I'm happy and polite. I'm diplomatic.
Did they feed you when you were in the jail?
They treat me very well at the jail, and not anything special, but they're happy to see me there because they know that if I'm in jail, the people who are pretending to be me are easier to track down. And these fools have no idea. They think they're getting away with it. They're breaking laws. Okay, case red 106748, violation date. Oh, that's blank. 20th Street EB and 70th Avenue Fife. I've never been there. Somebody using my license plate that they stole tried to get me in trouble for $170 twice. That's fraud.
That is fraud. So,
yeah, and I'm the victim. And then rather than vowing revenge, I'm just going to ignore it and see how long it takes.
I was singing Tom Jones to you when you couldn't hear me, Jackstar.
She's a lady. Whoa, she's a criminal.
Whoa, she's a lady.
Yeah, I guess they never thought this would happen. They finally found all their tricks who doesn't give a shit. And then I'm capable of not having sex for a while. I'll just wait till these people asphyxiate before I ever ask a girl out on a date ever again. I don't mind being single.
You haven't had sex in 2 years.
Arguably, I've never had sex because what I was having with grapefruit was only real 20% of the time, and then ended after about 9 months when the one girl that I liked was removed, and then 17 spooks were taking her place, and they thought that I didn't notice, but I just pretended to be face blind. And then way too long, they noticed that I was just pretending because I really did love them. I still do.
When you finally have sex and you have an orgasm, you're gonna come a rock.
Maybe I'll never have sex again. See, I'm a.
Oh, I hope not. Jackstar.
Devastated. And look, they're messing with the channel. Wow.
What's new, Jackstar? Whoa.
That's okay. Oh. Are you there, sweetie?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Now, this kind of thing doesn't happen to famous radio hosts. Is that because they don't have my security system? or is it that? Well, I don't know, but it just seems like put me in
Miller
jail
has
and
a
silencing
new
my voice and
co-host
making fun of
named
me.
Gwen.
Hasn't worked so far. It's not going to work now either, because now it just explains to me just how fucking desperate these fucking petty criminals are, and they're on the run. Like nobody's falling for their bullshit. This Project Blue Beam.
You know.
Yeah, nobody's afraid of them the same way they were, because I'm still alive. I don't have to have sex, and yeah, I'm not a drug addict at all.
Miller claims that he is the heir apparent to Art Bell.
Okay, go ahead.
He also has a new female co-host named Gwen, aka Russia.
Isn't that the one they took from him?
Yes, he got her back.
Well, good for him. I don't covet his success at all.
But he told her lies.
Yes, but a man can be forgiven if he comes to a woman humbly, and Gwen obviously did like him,
He
and I
said
like
that
Miller
he
too.
took offense if someone wanted to lick on her juicy thighs and suck on her milky breasts. And he and I were talking about that just the night before, and he hid the live so she couldn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't care who Grapefruit had sex with. I cared that she was committing treason, and then she didn't know it, and then I was supposed to take the blame and then watch her get hung and be disappointed. That's not the story I wanted to have. So,
But it would have been
I didn't
better
give.
if she only had sex with you.
What would have been better is if Juanita Broderick had fucking paid to have her fucking hung out to dry. Because I said, "Why are you doing this? Do you want to get raped?" And then this is how women get raped. And then Juanita Broderick would be spinning in her grave if she was dead. And then this is what she says to me: "Who's Juanita Broderick?"
What did they say to you at the jail when they found out that that lady never saw your wiener, that she
Oh,
couldn't identify your wiener in a
they
lineup?
didn't say anything. No, they know. See, it's just a convenient legal fiction. See, she was triggered by the fact that I'm not part of her cover story. And so people are going to find out that she's a liar. And then I guess she's been lying her ass off for years, hoping beyond hope that some magic spell is going to work and I'm going to die. And then the life insurance policies they bought on me are going to pay off and then they're going to get out of trouble. I'm not going to die. And I didn't even know that people could buy life insurance policies on people and then set them up for a murder. But apparently that's what they did. And a
How
lot of them
many
went pretty
days do they keep you in the clink?
less than 24 hours. Not 3 days. In Washington State, if it's a domestic violence thing, it's 3 days mandatory, right? Like they did on Christmas Eve. As soon as I walked in the door and the lasagna hit the floor, I knew somebody was going to jail for 3 days. And I knew it wasn't going to be me until I realized, oh yeah, I want to be safe because I didn't know what the fuck was going
Were
on,
you
but I knew.
wearing underwear when you wear your kilt?
No, I went up to the mountain regimental, not being aware that it's a hornet's nest up there. Yeah, I'm not welcome up on top of the road that goes around my house. Only the people who look down on me are welcome up there. And I didn't know that they were that exclusive. But now that it's been explained to me that they're all,
So all
I
you
don't know.
did was walk to the road by your house and the lady
Well,
made up a fake story and sent you to jail?
I've also been inconveniently not guilty for a really long period of time. And I
They're
guess
abusing you, Jack Star.
they're abusing themselves. Yeah, I don't feel abused. I was abused at one point, but I've gotten over it. Um, I no longer need a hug or conversation though. So somebody who missed out on that probably feels pretty dumb. I mean, at one point I could have just been had things could have just been explained simply to me, but instead
You
somebody was
probably need a
shining.
blowjob and a steak.
Oh no, I don't need a blowjob at all. I don't want sex of any fucking stripe. I like being a virgin. I like being a Virgo, and I like not needing to have sex. I like not being compelled to have sex because I'm an addict or have Scorpio in my chart, and I don't. I have Virgo in my chart. I can remain a virgin till I die. I went without sex for 7 years. I could do that again if the payoff is watching these fucking lying, thieving, conniving bastards swing from the rafters after they hang themselves. I mean, why go to the expense of hiring an army to track somebody down and hang them when you can just get me pissed at them and then I can just pray to God and then they just kill themselves in abject horror at what they've done? Like I don't know what they thought they were doing, but they have
I'm going to
pissed me
seduce and
off.
have sex with Gwen and make Miller angry.
Go right ahead. I will not do that with Grapefruit. I can give a fuck about getting back together. People still claim that I want to get back together with her, that I'm obsessed with her. No. I'm waiting for her to testify at trial. I don't want to get back together with her. I want to see her stand up there and say, "I'm sorry, I don't remember what happened," because she was full on triggered. So I guess she shouldn't have been set up to fucking take me out. She used to be terrifying, I guess, but just one guy, me, took her out without even trying, giggling the whole way. And then the best they got is an Assault 4, which originally wasn't even non-DV, wasn't even DV. I'm knocking boots with the lady 5 years. That sounds domestic, right?
A bit,
So
yes.
yeah, right. Well, they did charge somebody with that, but that was the guy who was trying to take my place. And then since I pointed this out at the right time, just on a hunch, I was inspired to say, "Hey, shouldn't it?" And then I said, "Well, I've been having sex with her for 5 years, and she never told me she was a cop." Uh, None of them told me they were cops. I mean, I guess they assumed that I knew, but I didn't know. And in any case, the rule is they have to officially tell you before they move into your house and bring their little gang of thugs thinking they're going to take your house and laugh and giggle. I can't believe they actually thought that I'd been told. She never told me that she had credentials. And then she sure as
Did you
shit doesn't
know
have it
that all
anymore.
of the trolls from 4chan and 8kun are going to come to Belgab and destroy it?
Okay, good. I thought they already did that once or twice. Where's
They're
Sandra?
coming again. And Mr. Vlogger is coming.
I have nothing to do with Bill Gab. I
He's the
was there
guy with
just
the puppets.
I don't give a shit about Bill Gab. I'm not part of that. I showed up there and I saw that they made fun of rape victims in public, and I felt bad for Whitley Strieber. So I knew this was the place to be because when the shit went down, I was going to laugh my ass off
But
because I don't
Belgab is
like.
our tribe, Jackstar. We're
No,
tribe
it's your tribe.
Belgab.
No, it's your tribe. My tribe is paladins. I like to protect people.
But I
Now
thought you
it's
were the paladin of the Belgab tribe.
only because I'm the last one standing, and then I don't know why people didn't realize I was sandbagging. Oh yeah, it's because that my friends from high school thought they could get revenge. I guess some people carry a grudge. I mean, I wasn't supposed to know any of this, but it turns out some guys from high school have been following me for 25 years, and they're so mad at me because I guess I messed up their plans. Like they were going to humiliate me and then torture me my whole life and then get away with it. They didn't get away with shit.
Are you going to get some pancakes and watch X-Files today to celebrate being out of jail?
No, no, no. I can't celebrate because when I got home, I had revenge porn texts on my phone. Somebody sent me texts that were supposed to get my goat in order to make me feel bad
Was it
about.
Rubini?
I have no way of knowing, but whoever it was, that's the best they can do is to try and do that shit. And then don't they know that's incriminating? Huh? Maybe somebody should report that.
Yes, you should. You should
No,
never
no,
be
no.
used in such a fashion.
I should continue to pray to God for mercy for my enemies because they have fucked up so bad. They haven't just pissed off me; they pissed off all of my friends who wondered what happened to me and were told that I had killed myself and that I was a worthless waste of time and I should be avoided. And instead, here, meet my friend Abdul. Right? Uh,
You should go get pancakes with butter.
well, I'm no longer capable of making those decisions for myself. I've been driven mad with rage and grief and fear. I'm no longer competent to make decisions for myself, according to the court. So I might as well play it to the hilt.
What?
Yeah, yeah. They just made a bunch of false statements and they put it on legal papers, and they supposedly are going to get everybody to believe that I'm incompetent to stand trial. I don't know what makes me so incompetent, except that
Are they going to bring you Meals on Wheels now?
I don't give a flying fuck what they fucking do because it's way too late for a hug or a conversation. I don't even
Or a
talk to those people.
blowjob?
Oh yeah, fuck that. Besides, I've gotten one or two. It's not that big a deal. I'm not obsessed with sex at all. Um, I'm not obsessed with anything. Like I'm not yearning for vengeance against these people. I am, however, really enjoying them watching them tear themselves apart against the awesome might and magic of my psychokinetic shielding, which I'll share with the U.S. Navy as soon as I can figure out how to share that.
But why did you put us in a timeline where Miller is the king of Belgab?
I didn't put you in this timeline. I came to follow you because I've been assigned to watch over your demise and make sure nobody gets away with fucking murder. Like I don't know who the bad actors are, but I don't think it's Rubini at all. I think Rubini is a gestalt, and I think above that there's a controller unit that was trying to take advantage of these people. I don't need to know who that person is to know that God will strike them down. And boy, did they fuck with the wrong Hungarian. Was it Klaus Schwab? Is it Biff L? Is it Heather Wade? I don't know. Um,
Heather Wade is a
yeah, what
man.
happened? I don't give a shit. I don't
He
care.
has an Adam's apple.
Well, maybe they should have not hired a practitioner to cast curses on me. Because you remember back in the day, nobody believed that I had shields. I only had one, and
When
then
are we going to have pancakes with butter?
never. I hate pancakes. Pancakes is that Masonic thing. That's that tradition. I'm
Waffles?
not a Mason. Well, I'm not a Mason, right? And then I, 'cause- 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 Free to get out of jail.
whoa.
Apparently, becoming a Mason has a lot of privileges. I don't want any of them. I don't give a flying fuck. Their security system's been compromised. I've never pretended to be. But now there's a guy running around with Masonic plates that he stole from my car, and he's trying to pretend to be me, and he's running for traffic cameras, and they're expecting to get away with it because that's always worked before. But now people know. I mean, maybe someday I'll be a Mason, but right now I don't need to join anybody or anything. I'm a one-man wrecking crew just by sitting here being alone, and I guess being the one man in the world who's just not tempted to rape his enemies. I don't know.
I'm hungry. What's in the refrigerator?
I don't know. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
I like not being compelled to rape people. Usually humans are compelled to inflict upon innocents the horrors and tortures that have been done to them. Like the guy who wanted to rape me into his gay catamite. I don't know if he still wants to, but believe me, I don't need to be raped to turn gay. And then I'm not going to turn gay at all. I like girls. And then men who want to rape men and turn them into slaves, maybe they should have charges filed. Maybe they should sit alone and not have friends for 2 years. Maybe they've been persecuting the wrong guy. Maybe. Just possibility.
But Belgab has been here with you the entire 2 years.
Who've been trying to hide behind me. Maybe their day has come. I don't know. You'd have to take that up with the court. I mean, I don't care anymore. I mean, I'm incompetent. I mean, obviously, I don't know what I'm doing.
That means you can do whatever you want.
I can't hear you anymore. Oh, hi. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi. Did you hear the rumor that Azrae killed himself?
Yes.
Can you believe they did that again?
He does it all the time.
He's immortal. Yeah, he's a fallen angel. He can't die. He's cursed to live down here with the humans. And boy, is he mad at me. I mean, I have my soul. And then he's stuck with her. They all have to deal with her. They told her that I was worthless and they should be the ones that she trusted. And she fucking believed it over and over and over. Now she can't talk to me because of the law. And I could give a fuck. Go ahead and hang out with them for years. I don't care. I'm in no rush to see her again. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I'm not going to hire a lawyer and beg. And then maybe she, I don't know, maybe she can turn in her friends or something. I mean, I don't really care. So that's how I've been feeling for a number of years. I mean, I don't hate her, but I'm definitely not wanting to stay married or want to get married or want to have anything to do with the family. They have their own internal dispute to handle, and I'm happy to let them take care of it. I don't even know anything about it. Yeah. And I could comment further, but out of respect.
Did you ask the police people for a hug?
No. I don't need a hug anymore. I don't want a hug. I don't want anybody to get near me, and I don't want anybody to know the truth because it's vile and horrific what people have done. And you're all very lucky that I'm not a vengeful man.
I didn't do anything.
No, you didn't. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at anybody.
I'd give you a hug.
I would accept one from you. I won't reject hugs, but I guess they thought I really needed one. I guess they thought it was about sex. No, I mean, I have friends that I don't want to have sex with, and I wanted to talk to them. I'm not allowed to talk to anybody anymore. I guess they thought that was a good idea. But then these people
a long time this month.
Yeah, I didn't have money because various things happened. I've got these shields, but they're not really like super perfect. Apparently, I can still get hit by sleep spells. I fell asleep on the freeway. Fell asleep
That's
while
when
driving.
You had your accident?
It wasn't really an accident so much as a reminder to be real cautious.
And drive?
Well, I mean, I could have been awake, but I didn't want to take drugs. And then why was I sleeping? And then why wasn't I having sex? And then
you were just driving down the freeway. You just took a nap.
Well, I was tired, but I was thinking, I should pull over. And yeah, and then all of a sudden, I ran into the Jersey barrier, and then that's an $800 bill. Like, damn! I guess somebody thought that I cared. But see, I don't need to go get drugs. I don't need to go get laid. I don't need to do anything.
Jackstar, you give zero fucks. When it's time for
zero,
nap, it's time for a nap.
I don't care at all. I don't give a shit at all. These people have fucked themselves so good, and they think I did it. No. I'm just this guy that they tried to victimize and failed. Like people who actually know what happened, like they are fucking armed to the teeth. They want to go after these people so fucking bad, and now they have leads, and they know not to bother with me. I mean, they know that I don't have anything to do with this. Like I didn't kill my parents. I didn't take advantage of my parents. I didn't rape anybody. I didn't want her to go to Dallas because I thought that's a stupid idea. What's your plan? Well, apparently her plan was to frame somebody and then have me take the fall, and then she'd get away with it like she had done dozens of times before. Because there wasn't just one grapefruit. When I came here on Christmas Eve, there was 4 women here. 4. I'm not supposed to know that. I was supposed to just think there was one. But I'm not a brain damaged idiot.
More than one woman is a lot of work.
Yeah, you'd think that the investigators who were looking into the crime would have paid attention to that, but it turns out all they've done is try to frame me for stuff that I never did for a year and a half. That's public money that they used rather than try and track down offenders. They just tried to frame me. That was justice in this part of the world. So,
did you see the Hunter Biden laptop from hell photos?
No, not at all. I haven't paid attention to that.
He raped his 13-year-old niece 3 days after his brother died and took pictures of it. And now they're on the internet.
Maybe they should have taken away his security clearance and given him his job and his paycheck, and then maybe I would have been able to say no.
That's what I'm saying. They're arresting you for some lady saying she saw your wiener, but they're not arresting him. And he did something far worse. Yeah.
Well, the advantage is that they still can arrest me because I cooperate. Those people, they can't arrest Hunter Biden. I mean, Hunter Biden would probably kill him. He'd probably like go into beast mode. He's probably got Q branch weapons. Like they raped the intelligence establishment and took all the toys away and neutered all the remaining agents. And now there's a bunch of ex-spooks wandering around with their dick in their hands saying, well, we don't know what to do.
When do you think that our current coup will be overturned and freedom will return to the land?
It already has.
No.
Well, people are free. How are they not free?
The election was stolen.
What election?
The 2020 election.
Who cares?
The
new administration won.
2022 election.
Who do you? Oh, 2022. Well, it's 2023. So
our next election.
Let's focus on what's
important. 2024. They're going to steal that one too, Jack Star. Cast a spell.
No, because they've activated the continuity of government program, and now they're ruling the world from their secret moon base. Now, I know that sounds like crazy conspiracy theory, but they actually had to do it because neither Trump nor Biden could do the job. And then who won? Who won 2020?
The Chinese.
No. It was a secret cadre of moon-based dudes on the breakaway civilization on the moon.
The Chinese come from the moon.
No, the Chinese are bug people. They can't do shit.
Yes, but they were
at least they know
were expelled from their world by an angry god, and they bounced off the moon and then down to China.
No, those are the Jews. The Chinese have been taken advantage of by the nomadic barbarians who swarmed out of the hills and invaded the cities and took all the Chinese people. The Chinese genome has been polluted by ravaging barbarians for thousands of years. That's why they built that Great Wall. And then the Opium Wars, where Queen Elizabeth, for some reason, she got Hong Kong for 100 years. Remember that?
Yes, 99-year lease.
They tried to do that here with fentanyl, and it's not working. Mostly because
Chinese are evil.
No, it's not the Chinese. It's somebody else. But the Chinese are just humans. I don't know who exactly it is, but whoever they are, they don't like me any. And then since I'm human and I like my planet, I don't really feel like getting invaded by fucking interdimensional creatures. And I don't really feel like taking a bribe so that my country can be overthrown. And then I didn't commit treason when I took somebody's phone and then brought it to my house and then tried to download these classified documents. Like that fucking woman, she thought that I just didn't care about anything. No, I cared, all right. I cared that she tried to get me to believe that she'd never known that guy before. They fucking knew each other. And they misled themselves into thinking that I was fooled. Like, no, I wasn't fooled at all. So that's why I didn't care.
I have received a special communique.
Yeah, I'm supposed to cease and desist mentioning this at all. But they forgot to bribe me. They bribed everybody else, and they figured they'd just kill me after putting life insurance bets on me. Turns out that's fraud, too. And all of this has been exposed.
Jack Star.
Sounds like paranoia, but they actually did it. And then real cops, real feds, have seen through the illusion with my help. I've painted a fucking target and lit up a searchlight, and now they know they don't need to worry about me. Because there actually was some concerns. Like, most guys would be offended and insulted and want to seek revenge if they found out they'd been cuckolded. But I wasn't cuckolded at all.
Jack Star, I've received special orders for you from High Command.
Do they involve giving me a paycheck?
It says here that you're to order a large, everything on it pizza, and there will be a
I don't want
message.
Ever since I found out that cheese pizza was code for child pornography, I've been revolted by pizza. And then you know how
No,
in the
this is everything. A large supreme.
okay, well, back during the Opium Wars, the Italian restaurants were part of the underground network of.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, God. Jackstar! Where'd he go? Come back, dear Jackstar. Return unto me. Jackstar? We'll watch this movie until Jackstar returns. My God, we've lost the stream. Jackstar? My God, where are you, Jackstar? Return! This is highly irregular. I've received word from Jackstar. I'm to complete the show on my own. I hope you don't mind. I want it to be known. I have no content. Jackstar, you've left me out on a limb. Damn it. Why have you done that? Jackstar, this is highly irregular. Return immediately. Jackstar, you're going rogue. Return to base immediately. Damn it, Jackstar! Damn you, Jackstar!
Hi. And so, oh, I'm still streaming. Okay, good. So it used to be I had a phone and I was hoping that people would call me. Now I don't give a shit. New friend suggestion. Some rando on Snapchat wants to be my friend. Wow. What were they waiting for? Another Christmas? I can't make friends. No, I'm non. I can't be trusted. I'm a loose cannon. I need a friend for anyway. Uh, by the way, where were my friends on my birthdays? God, I can't wait to ask them. Oh, I can't wait to find out. I have no idea. I find it impossible to believe that they had like a stuffed out blowout doll. Like, did they have a secret strategy session where they laughed at me and thought about how I was going to be sad and any minute now I was going to die, and then they needed to buy into the life insurance thing? I don't know what the fuck, but nobody believed him. Either somebody knew me and they knew that I was sandbagging, or somebody didn't know me and they didn't realize just what one angry Hungarian. She was replaced by somebody who was a pescatarian who had 5 Bibles, who thought it'd be a good idea to not tell me that she was a total lesbian because of overuse of mind control drugs. I would have accepted her just the same, but apparently, word from somebody said that they couldn't tell me the truth. I already knew the truth, so I guess maybe there are special consequences for lying to me. I don't like being lied to. Yeah, not at all. And there was only 2 or 3 girls that I really liked. The other 16 clingers on, I don't need them. Uh, I don't need a covert military asset. I love the girl. And then they took her away like 4 years ago. I haven't seen her in a long time. I've moved on already. Uh, Kind of a bummer for a time traveler when they come back and all of a sudden, hey, where'd my boyfriend go? He always used to love me when I came back and when I didn't tell him I was a time traveler. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about some woman who doesn't want to tell me that she's a time traveler. She has sex with me and then pushes her magic button and then disappears into a portal. Yeah, maybe she should take me along and not expect that I'm just going to always just be so grateful that a time traveler got to kiss me. Like, no, fuck that. Um, I don't know what the deal is, but believe me, I don't want to get back together with her. Don't want to see her early. Happy to wait for the court to make up their mind. Uh, I guess it's complicated. So there's no possible way I could possibly get convicted for a third contact violation. I could give a fuck if I ever see that woman again. Period. So tricking me, spending time to try and get me to. I mean, I know what to do. If I see her, just move away 500 feet and then call the police. Say, hey, they're trying to set me up again. Um, I mean, otherwise, I would like to see her, but it's the court's business. I defer to the court. Um, they're taking their sweet ass time to decide, but I can see that it's pretty serious because I guess until I showed up, they were thinking that their little covert mind control thing was going to work. It doesn't work. If they can't handle one guy, they can't sell it on the open market. They can't say, hey, look at the product of human ingenuity. We've got the mind control slaves. Uh, they're weak against one Hungarian, but they sure will slaughter a whole room full of school kids. Just don't blame a Hungarian for everything. For how long? Sick of getting blamed. Huh. Some people are masochistic. They like negative attention. They appreciate getting blamed. They like it because they think that they're worthless and they'll never get attention otherwise. People misprofiled me. They didn't realize that I'm not like that at all. What am I like? And I got it. I got it weeks ago, and I don't need it anymore. And then I don't really want to specialize in revenge. I think revenge is pretty petty, and that's why I was so confused when the guy who found out that he wasn't going to get to convince my girlfriend that I was dead. He was going to have to tell her the truth that I was alive. Um, since he had been lying to her about how I had killed myself, and then she believed him, she was understandably surprised to discover that I've been alive the whole time. Um, wow, somebody should have told me. I guess I totally would have answered the phone. I guess she was afraid that I was going to reject her or laugh at her. No, not at all. I would have done everything that I'm doing now just earlier. So all the time she spent slobbing that fucking wop cock, total waste of her time. She feels kind of upset. I imagine. I don't know. I can't talk. I can't talk to any of these people. I mean, you would think if there's 17 AF Shaws and there's one no contact, I would not talk to the one, and then the other 16 can contact me freely. Oh no, no. These people are military property. They've been told by their controllers, "Don't tell Kuzi, blah blah blah, or else reprisals." Okay, so they haven't called me, and I guess they've been waiting impatiently for me to fucking come rescue them. I'm not going to rescue any of these fucking sullen, recalcitrant bitches. Like, they gave up on me already. I'm not desperately wanting them back at all. I mean, maybe one or two, but wow, there was a whole bunch of them. And I guess they thought I didn't. There's this autistic thing called face blindness. I guess they thought I was an autist. No, I'm not an autist. I'm discreet. I'm polite. I take my time. I didn't have anything else to live for, so I figured I'd wait and see how long it took people to realize that it was probably a bad idea to take advantage of me when I was 15. Yeah, I might want to not let that happen to anybody else. It's not that I carry a grudge. It's that the system continued to torture and mutilate children the way it did to me, and then it was totally okay when it happened to me. But when it happened to them, oh, then it was a national crisis. Then it was an emergency. When it happened to me, people laughed. Wow. Maybe they shouldn't have had jobs for 20 years or whatever. Maybe I shouldn't have had to eke out a bare subsistence living and then have people claim that I'm taking advantage of my parents and need to get a job and I'm a lazy bum. No. I was gonna work, and then they pissed me off. Waiting patiently for a 32-year revenge plan. That's easy for me. Not just because I'm a Hungarian. I'm a mastermind. And when I saw what they were trying to do, I wasn't going to let that just go. Like, wow, they really abused my friends, and then they grew up thinking that I didn't care because they were surrounded by thuggy pimps who told them that I didn't count, that I was a loser, that I was a pervert, that I was a pedophile, that I was lazy, good for nothing. Oh no, I'm good for lots of things. Come on over and fucking be nice to me. I'll show you. Except you're not allowed to come over because you're bought and sold by the little thuggy piggies that you sold your soul to years ago. That must be awkward. Yeah. Because remember, I was supposed to be depressed. I was supposed to be sad. And it turns out I'm laughing my ass off. And then a lot of people are really sad because they're getting embarrassed publicly. They're getting more embarrassed by the day. And all they had to do was just be nice and then not try to kill me and then not torture my friends. And then they probably could have left me with the damn woman, right? Because she's no good for anything. She didn't want to take drugs and be mind controlled. Uh, she probably would have liked to have gone on a real date with me, but she never actually got to meet the real me. They had her always meeting the fake me, so she hasn't even really actually met me ever, and she's been convinced that the fake me that she's been exposed to was the actual me. She didn't even know I existed. No, there's a real me. And then the surgery that made it so that I can talk and be polite to a pretty girl without going. I used to not be able to just. Gosh, she was so beautiful. It took my breath away. I would like stutter and stammer. Not because I was stupid, just because I was affected by the mind-controlled pheromones that are totally natural. So she thought I was just a drooling symbiotic idiot like all the other men she'd ever met in her life. But it turns out, no, I was just playing dumb. Because I never actually wanted to have sex with her. I wanted to watch her fucking have sex with every other loser on the planet and then save me for last and then tell her, no, I don't want to reproduce with you. Let's just be friends and talk. Yeah, we can have a good time without taking her clothes off. Not because I didn't want to and not because she slobbered on every other cock, but mostly because at one point I would have been happy to have given her my baby batter and she could have had all the baby she wanted. Now it's $80 million for one drop of my semen. So maybe you shouldn't have tried to fucking steal it. Now, who was trying to steal my baby semen when I was 15 years old, and who is the head of that conspiracy? And are they sorry enough yet? Because I don't need to prosecute these people. I do need them to realize that I didn't want to have sex with her. She wanted to fuck me once, get pregnant, and then break up with me the next morning, and then raise my baby with some other man, and then get a double payoff for 18 years of back child support. And I was supposed to not notice it, and I was supposed to be so grateful to get in her pants once that I was supposed to be content with that. Like, no, I didn't want to fuck her at all. And then when she told me, "Oh, I want to have sex with you," I knew it was a lie, but it didn't occur to me just how complex the web of intrigue goes. You know how when first we practice to deceive. Well, when a teenage girl tries to do it for the first time and then thinks she's all that, and then she is, but hi, I'm a genius. I used to be fat, so you might think I was stupid. But no, it was just I couldn't breathe. And then they fixed my nose. And then I told Grapefruit, hey, tell my friend that I can think now. And then that message didn't get passed. Huh. They were too busy having a secret affair and then didn't want to tell me that because they thought I'd get jealous. I'm not jealous at all. I love it when girls have sex with each other. It maybe they'll go buy each other's shoes too. Like I don't want to dominate women. No, that's some other guy. He wanted to dominate them, and then he wanted me to take the fall, and it didn't work. Um, so I guess maybe they could have picked me for their beard. Fuck, they never even fucking told me. They were desperately afraid that I would choose one or the other. Like all these weak, insecure fears were preyed upon by men taking advantage of women, while I sat here alone. Wow. So who's in charge of this? Is Yorkshire Pud in charge of this fucking thing? Who was the guy who decided? Let just leave the Hungarian alone and let him. He'll kill himself. He's a sex addict. He's got to have sex or he'll die. No, I got to watch these people shrivel up and die in the light of the public's derision, because I'm not the sex addict around here, and I don't want to say who is a sex addict, but I will say that I did mention to people, hey, I think this one's addicted to sex, so maybe somebody should have given her real therapy instead of handing her over to a rape gang. Maybe that would have been better. Yeah, and then putting me in jail, and maybe they shouldn't have separated us because now it's been so long, 2 years. I don't give a fuck if I ever see her again. That woman's gone, dead. I don't. I mean, I'd like to see what's left, but not because I want to do anything other than to mourn the loss of what once was. Because now I'm no longer the same person. And then the person who used to love me, she's understandably sad. They cost her me, and they did it by lying and misleading women and children to fuck me off. And I'm supposed to be sad about that, but instead I'm pretty happy. I mean, I didn't know I was that important. And then she and her gang of people, I mean, it always worked before. Maybe they'll stop doing that now. Yeah. Maybe they'll stop getting a secret paycheck. Maybe they'll stop having a security clearance. Maybe they'll stop having a company car. And maybe all these secret men will stop giving them money to be misled while I got to sit here alone and finance my fucking defense of the nation all by myself. You know, my mother didn't leave me money to finance and bankroll the lone standing defense against magical tyranny taking over the Constitution. However, I'm out like $50,000 because of these fucking thuggy pigs thought they could take it. And I don't see anybody trying to pay me back. Oh, no. Instead, they're expecting me to fix my own car and pay my own gas and pay my own food and get a job and then be a good role model. And then I don't get to have sex with 17-year-old girls. Oh, no, immigrants get to. Yeah, not me, though. It'd be a terrible thing if I bred. And then I don't even want to breed. Although if I could sell my semen for $80 million, I'd be fucking spanking it every day. I don't really want to repopulate the planet. But I'll tell you who definitely is not going to get to repopulate the planet. Belgab. You guys aren't going to get their fucking breeding rights. Oh, no. Nobody loves you, Belgab. Only Jackstar loves you. People hate you because you've hurt and tortured people for years. And then you went too far. You hurt my feelings. And I'm the only one who volunteered to help you. And obviously, I can't help you. I don't have time to save the whole world. I don't even give a shit. I think, why am I the only one who's any good at anything? I thought you guys were good at stuff. Oh, yeah, you are. As long as it involves raping women, then Belgab's on there. If it involves being discreet and polite and not taking advantage of vulnerable people, oh, suddenly your years of expertise is just no longer useful. Huh. And then instead of admitting that there's something you can't do, you find a patsy, a scapegoat, somebody like me. I guess it worked every single time until me. Yeah, nobody believes it anymore. Nobody. People used to fear you. Now they think you're scum, and they laugh with me at you for my complete and total mastery of your entire situation. I don't know what you were doing before. You sure doing it now, and nobody's going to believe you that you're going to blame me ever. Nobody. At one point, they did. So, how does it feel to be hoisted by your own petard, Belgad? So maybe you might want to unban me and start being polite, because I'm not mad, but like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Don't you have bigger problems? Oh, no. Somebody still wants revenge against me because I dared to do the unthinkable. I went up against Belgab and I said, fuck you. And I'm still here. and I didn't hire a lawyer. I had God and Jesus. So maybe I'm a sorcerer. Let's not worry about that. Why don't you ask Ian Punnett? Why don't you talk to him about me? Am I the devil? I don't know. Fucking, I got hours of recordings, assuming that I recorded every conversation. This guy lit up my phone for days on end, blah, 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 trying to incriminate me to build tape that he was going to use on me later. He still can, but all of it makes him look like an idiot because he wasted all his fucking time. He could have been talking to that girl, and I didn't want to talk to him. I wanted to talk to my friend, who they kidnapped and told that I was dead. Belgab. So, are we clear now that I'm not part of the little gang? Right? Everybody knows I'm not part of that. As long as we're aware, because I'm not a broadcast professional, and I never wanted to take over Art Bell's place. But apparently, Art was very fond of me. I guess he was kind of upset about that thing that happened, and remember that terrible threatening event that happened to his family? Wow, they did the same thing to me, and it broke Art's heart, and then he couldn't stand up to it. However, I, on the other hand, I barely felt a tickle. I mean, I don't have any friends, family, pets, or career or reputation anymore, but I am a sorcerer, which is pretty good. I kind of like that better than being a radio show host. And then I didn't ask for any of this. I fucking woke up one morning and suddenly God and Jesus were asking my help because that's how out of control Grapefruit's relapse was. They wanted to ask my help because they knew that I wouldn't take out revenge. Because I genuinely love the woman. I'm sorry that she was misled into thinking that I'd be a good person to take advantage of. I'm not. No. Not a good person to take advantage of. Unless you wanted to have the entire world know that you don't fuck with me, lady. Everybody else kissed her ass. I didn't kiss her ass at all. I bought her one pair of shoes. She didn't like them, so I sent them back. I guess a bunch of other men bought lingerie and shoes and did all kinds of stuff. All these other men gave her attentions, but apparently it's just not enough because they're all stupid and they're afraid to talk to me. And I guess some of them are going to go to prison for life. But not her, though. No. She's special. So, I did this without even trying. I'm just sitting here. I begged you all to stop doing what you're doing. You didn't stop. And then I guess some thuggy piggy overlord has been saying, just hit harder on Jack. Go for Jack. Take him out. He's got to have a weakness. No, I don't. And then, yeah, I like my shields. I invented them. As soon as you're done trying to kill yourselves against it, I'm going to hand it over to the U.S. Navy or the Marines. I don't know, but definitely something U.S. because I'm not Russian. I'm an American citizen. I'm loyal to my country, and the military owns your candy pedophile fuckhead asses. You know why? Partially because they were smart enough not to piss me off, you fucking losers. So, get the picture, creepo? You want to make fun of me anymore? You want to call me a pedophile? No, I like women with mature sexual organs. And why would I care if Azrael killed himself? He's immortal. Yeah. Why am I supposed to care? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be secretly in love with him. I'm not secretly in love with anybody. I'm openly in love with everybody. And then nobody's going to get to use my friends as emotional hostages anymore. You can start hanging Belgab up by their heels, though. You can start flogging them in public. You can bleed them out and then bring them back to life over and over and torture them. None of them will ever get my attention. They probably like it. I mean, maybe sadist masochism. I don't know how it works in the Belgab undercircles, but I never wanted to join your thuggy piggy pedophile gang. I never wanted to be a cop. I really would have liked to have known that somebody was willing to admit that she was wrong, but I guess they killed her first. And then, wow, these guys just kill people and they think they'll get away with it forever. They didn't. And you know why? Because I wanted to see them humiliated instead of dead. I'm sure I could have had them taken out silently because when God and Jesus ask you for help and say, hey, how can we best handle this? Because all we can think of doing is flooding the planet again. Like, because they were screwed. They couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. Angels were coming back to heaven and saying, God, we can't figure it out. Every time we try to help humans, the Alpha Draconans kidnap our angels and then turn them into prostitutes. You would think that angels wouldn't be made good prostitutes, but they turned out they found some sort of way to break the the angelic will of a soulless being. I guess they gave it a demon soul or something. Anyway, they started corrupting angels, and fortunately, they're not going to get to keep on doing that because I don't know what an angel is, but they were going to blame me, and they were going to use my DNA to do it. And as soon as I found that out, I instantly withdrew my consent. And then, since I'm not Henrietta Delac and I know my rights, without my permission, all their technology that they based on my DNA doesn't work anymore. So I guess they'll need to find a new way to seduce women other than using drugs. Gosh, I guess they thought they had it made. They probably never anticipated that the laws of physics could change overnight, because this is God's world. This is God's creation. And if God doesn't like what you're doing, he'll end it. You're not more powerful than God. And then the faster these Satanists who have infiltrated polite society realize that, the better, because there ain't no fucking way Satan is going to defeat God when Lucifer didn't. And then Lucifer surrendered to God and made peace with God and is off in heaven doing something else. Did you hear that news? Because after the firmament cracked, which is when Lucifer escaped, a week later they repealed Roe versus Wade, and then nobody wanted to hear about how the firmament was cracked. That's weird. You would think that humanity and first contact and timeline access and the invention of time travel, you would think that would be big news, unless you were, second in command of Operation Mockingbird and thought that your fucking vendetta against fucking Jack Star was more important. Why does he have a job? Well, you know how hard it is to fire a government employee. And this is me being nice. Yeah. So I don't need to say who I'm talking about. You all know that fucker is humiliated. And then behind him, I don't know who the fuck was on their team, but they were all hating on me before. Now they really fucking hate me because, once again, I don't give a fuck. I'm not sad that I went to jail. It was really the only thing to do. And then another woman has come forward and attacked me. And wow, how long has this been going on? How many other women have been claiming that I did things that I didn't do? And then I didn't know that. It never occurred to me that there would be that many complete idiots in the world. I mean, wasn't one person enough to figure out, don't mess with me? No, I meant it. Don't mess with me. I don't like being blamed for things. And I'm not guilty of anything, except I did deliberately drop out of university level education so I could go to work at a Pizza Hut, because I'm that disgusted, I was that disgusted with human society. But I figured killing myself would be too cheap. So that's why I didn't go to school and get a degree. And that's why you have no idea what I'm capable of, except you do have some idea that I am, capable of restraint, because I never wanted to rape anybody. And then a whole bunch of raping happened while I was sitting here fucked off alone at this house. I don't know who, and I don't really care. Rape them all day. I don't care. Yeah, some of them used to be my girlfriend, but they gave up on me. So why would I want them back? Oh yeah, you thought I was an obsessed creepo weirdo. I'm not. That's you. I'm not the Unabomber. I don't have a manifesto. I'm not a creepy, obsessed lunatic. I don't kill people. I don't want to kill people. Um, I'm happy to humiliate people who tried to kill me. I don't want to get revenge, other than public humiliation, because that was my dad's thing. My dad was a big believer in his reputation, and he was worried that I was going to grow up and embarrass him. And I did, because I didn't find out until like 6 months before he died that shit, he was addicted to opiates, and he was getting his wife to go down to the pharmacy and tell lies so that he could get more pills, because he thought opiates were okay and Budweiser the best beer, and that I was stupid for wanting to smoke cannabis. So guess what? I was right on that one. And then I was right. There is an afterlife. There is a God. And 6 months after my father died, his spirit came and shamefully asked for forgiveness from me. He was afraid I didn't really love him. No, of course I love my father. He's my father. I guess he didn't think much of me, though. I guess he thought I was worthless, never going to work out for nothing. And then everybody else could have speed and coke and drugs and shit, but not me. Oh no, I had to work, because drugs are bad, right? Yeah. So that's why I never saw the real thing until last year, and why I don't have a dependency addiction that I'm trying to hide, nor am I really interested in taking a whole shitload of stimulants and getting addicted. I don't really want to be a dope slave. And then I don't want to take opiates. I don't want to take anything except the fucking Victory Lab. Because told you I'm not addicted. So, what's going on in the real world? Isn't that a cute dog? God, I love dogs. I might get a dog. Not a cat. Oh yeah, and Jewel was a bitch. She deserved to die. So making jokes about her didn't really affect me none. But it sure was a great feint. I mean, I guess I was supposed to be obsessed with pussy. No, 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 no. I'm obsessed with victory, and you can see why. Somebody else is obsessed with sex, and then that somebody was given every advantage, every benefit, every freebie in the world, and all the people. Oh, poor girl, that mean old Jack Star. Must have been so bad to you, and she ate it up like a spoon. And I couldn't believe, like, wow, blaming the Hungarian again. Wow. If I really were colored, you really would have hung me. And then we'll find out just how good those shields are. Because, frankly, I would have preferred to have been dead than to see what happened to all these people. But now I'm starting to really enjoy the, the, the squealing of terror as people realize, oh shit, we've just spent the last 3 years spending public money trying to frame an innocent man that the whole world loves. Boy, I guess they better start shredding those fucking documents because they haven't done thing one to actually investigate crimes. They've just been framing me over and over and over. And just mysteriously, it just doesn't ever come together. Wow. So is it going to be 32 more years of that, or are they going to take care of it pretty soon? I don't know. It's up to the court. And the fate of my relationship with Grapefruit hangs in the balance. Because if that judge says, you may never speak to that woman ever again, I'll say, thank you, sir. I will disappear. I will change my name. And she will never fucking see me again unless she dies and goes to heaven and looks in the magic mirror. Because I am fucking tired of being fucking castigated in public. I'm tired of people being afraid of me when I'm not scary. I mean, I am a man who is not susceptible to feminine wiles and single-handedly destroyed a predatory strike gang that's been terrorizing people for dozens of years. Yeah, I took them out. All I had to do was get pissed enough. Now, I'm not going to tell you how, but here's a hint. It involved prayer and not demonology, right? No necromancy. No. I'm a paladin. And you all thought I was joking. No, I'm an astrotheologian. I'm a paladin. I'm not a vengeful man. So I might have been onto something with that whole pacifism thing. Yeah. And then Gandhi, he took back the whole Indian subcontinent from Queen Elizabeth. But he had like a whole bunch of mud bucks around him. I had nobody. And I still made it function because their fucking plan hinged on me disappearing and being susceptible to their things. I'm not. And I'm not mad. So I don't know what they're going to do next, but they sure as shit, they're not going to collect on life insurance policies that they took out on me. And then after hiring a hit on me, getting me out of the picture. I don't know how long I'll be immortal, and I don't think I am, but I'm not going to fucking die when every hitman in the world knows who I am, loves me, and thinks it's awesome that fucking Operation Mockingbird and their fucking scummy, thuggy scumbags who have fucking ruled the media for how many fucking years? Yeah, nobody respects them anymore. They've been humiliated. They've done everything they've done, and they couldn't take care of just one guy. Wow. It's not that I'm all that impressive. It's that they were that much of a shadow puppet. And also they lost their demonic support because Lucifer decided to make peace with God rather than fucking fight me. I don't give a shit how much of a badass Lucifer was. He wasn't going to take me on my home turf. And then I don't want to challenge Lucifer. I don't want to challenge God. I never met Lucifer, but I'm not a Satanist, and I'm not a Jew. I'm not even a Catholic or Christian. I'm a spiritualist. I don't have a religion. Nevertheless, I still have special privileges that should have been respected. Um, they respect doctors, they respect lawyers, they respect casino Indians, but they couldn't respect the bald, lonely Hungarian. I wonder why that is. Could be because they're racist fucks, but it also could be just because they're congenitally retarded. I'm not really sure. When you track down these idiots who thought it would be a good idea to piss me off this far, you can probably ask them, hey, why did you think it'd be a good idea to piss off a peaceful man? Because they have pissed me off. I'm not going to say how or why or anything. It might make people nervous, but certain people who used to really get off on taking advantage of vulnerable women and children have really, really gotten my attention. And I'm wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers jacket. I guess they used to steal people. I guess they used to have this technology that they used to be able to pluck people's souls out of people's bodies and then switch them around. Basically, because of me, a lot of people who used to rely on that, it doesn't work for them anymore. They've lost their privileges because they used them against me. They tried voodoo. They took away my girlfriend. They left me in a house with black mold, and they laughed at me and thought that there was nothing I could fucking do about it. and I completely fucking annihilated them by myself. I don't know what God and Jesus have been doing. I've been kind of my own for a while. I didn't have to stay a sorcerer, but I did such a good job after I was given a field commission. I've been invited to be one for 500 years. And it turns out that on Earth, it's designed so that you only get one sorcerer at a time. So until I step down, nobody else is going to get to be Earth sorcerer. Fuck Doctor Strange, fuck all that. And then the Pindar, I don't know if there is a Pindar anymore. And then I am Black Pope, but mostly because nobody thinks there is such a thing, and they thought it was a ceremonial figurehead thing. I don't know how it works. I don't want to be a pope, but I sure as shit am not a fucking Catholic priest. Haven't wanted to touch any altar boys, and then have not been subjected to that mind control programming. And even if I had, I could just burn it out of my fucking synapses because I control my brain. And then you people, you're brainwashed, not me. Yeah, you're still worried about the vote from how many years ago? I mean, who do you think is president now? Who's president now? Biden was the fake president. Behind that, who do you think won? And then if you don't know, I guess you're not an accomplished diplomat with access to that level of chatter. Yeah. I wasn't either, and then they all it made room for me because obviously I'm intelligent. So I probably don't need to work at Burger King. What do you think? Should I give up the fate of the free world so I can go work at Whataburger because I'm desperately insecure because I can't have sex with a girl? Oh no. I had no idea I was. It's not so much that I'm this intelligent, but I am very intelligent. But I had no idea the competition was so dumb. I guess nothing but it happened. Like, gosh, it's a good thing I went to drug treatment school when I was in my 20s because a lot of people are in their 50s and just suddenly discovering, oh, wow, I'm addicted to drugs. Wow, I thought that only happened to losers like Jack. Except my name was Mike then. Yeah. And mysteriously, I saw all of this coming. And you know why? Because they really pissed me off when I was 16, too. Fuck. It never occurred to me that they would be this stupid. They really thought they'd get away with it. No, they didn't. Yeah, no. And I don't know who they are, but you would think that people from high school would have given up and stopped carrying a grudge. Apparently, no. Apparently, they thought, I guess they thought they were superior to me because they thought a Hungarian was like black. And they thought they were white, so they were better than everybody. Jesus, they've been running around for like 30 years thinking this. And then nobody told them? Nobody convinced them that they're reprobate racist scum. Well, I don't know if I need to convince them of that, but I definitely did humiliate them because I'm still in this house, and I guess all the people who thought that I would be easy to deal with, I guess some people took money and say, oh, just give me money and I'll take him out for you. Like, no. All attempts have failed. And then somebody has stolen my license plates and tried to pretend to be me and has gone all over town thinking that my plates were still magical, but I just took the magic off. I mean, I left them there as bait. I didn't think anybody would be so stupid as to continue to steal from me. I mean, haven't they heard what happened to people who steal from me? It doesn't seem to work out well. It's almost as though I'm divinely protected. Gosh, yeah. So, who's been stealing my identity? Who's impersonating me? At least 2 or 3 yokels, and then one of them left this jacket here. I don't know who was in this house while I was 3.5 miles away, living in a motel. But nobody who knows wants to admit to it, and none of them want to say they're sorry. They still thought this was their house. They thought that they could party it up here while my mother's ashes were on the bookshelf over there, and they could laugh at me. And then all of a sudden, well, I'm still here in the house, but I'm alone. And then I don't give a fuck what those idiots do. I don't want to be in their little club. I don't want to take advantage of women and get paid and get. I don't want to be a drug courier. I don't know what I want to be anymore, except I remember being a guy who could have used a hug. He's gone.